Hi, I'm Aaron Pitt and I'd like to welcome you to Zoom TV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. Well, on today's show, we've got a couple of exciting, revolutionary cars that we're looking at. Dan Paris looks at the all-new Holden Volt.
Guess how much it costs to charge the battery? $2.50.
Cassie Hart is back and she looks at the Volkswagen Beetle.
When the Beetle was released, it looked like nothing the world had ever seen.
And thanks to City Toyota, the King of Smooth, Alan Simons and myself, look at the brand new Toyota Prius C.
I didn't think I was going to like it quite as much as I did. It's a terrific little car.
And our Sanda celebrity hitchhiker today is the wonderful Catherine Mack from Home and Away.
Maybe I should just move on with my life.
So buckle up, because it's time for Zoom TV.
You know, I may have only had the chance to review just a handful of cars so far on this program, but I reckon the producers here have begun to work me out. And I'm not sure if it's my tree-hugging, nature-loving past, but when they rang to see if I'd be interested in road testing an exciting new electric car, well, I couldn't resist, could I? They know me well. Although I must confess, in my excitement to discover everything I could about this little gem, I made contact with Melville Holden and asked to borrow a car for a day. Now, they were only too happy, but in conversation, I was immediately corrected when referring to it as a hybrid. This is no hybrid. Oh no, this car is so much more. So what exactly is it? Well, it's electric. It's a luxury electric-powered sedan, but it's also a vehicle that's pushing the boundaries of anything that we've seen before. Up until now, say electric vehicle, and no doubt you think small, average-looking hatchback with a range of about, say, 60 k's. But imagine only hitting the petrol station, say, once a month, because this car has the technology to travel much further. How does 600 k's sound to you? Under the bonnet is a full electric drivetrain like any normal electric vehicle. But now they've included a small 1.4 litre petrol motor, which kicks in whenever the battery needs a charge. It doesn't power the wheels, just the lithium-ion battery. Having said that, if the battery does run flat, just pop in your closest service station, fill up the petrol motor, and you drive it like a standard car. That's actually a first for electric vehicles. By the way, guess how much it costs to charge the battery? $2.50. And that gives you the first 80 kilometres of driving on electricity only, without engaging the petrol engine. But that's just the motor. Let's have a chat to Melville Holden's new car sales consultant, Dave Sloss, because I'm sure there's so many more surprises here. Dave, it's a really good looking car, isn't it? You must be getting some comments, eh?
We're getting a lot of feedback from customers. They are over the moon with it. It's just so full of technology and it's so different. They just can't get enough.
Well, that's it. It's technology, isn't it? It's technology on wheels. I mean, what are your favourite features?
My favourite feature personally is the fact that you can start up the vehicle without having to be in the vehicle. You can even be inside your house if you've got a good enough range. And you can start the car up to climatise the entire cabin to how you last had it.
So you could be, say, 5 minutes from getting in your car on a 40-degree day here in Perth, aircon's going, you get into a really nicely chilled area.
That's exactly right.
That's very smart.
It is. It's cool.
The dash itself is a little overwhelming, actually. I mean, for starters, there's two LCD screens. I mean, it's a car of the future. It's technology, isn't it?
Definitely. This will lead the way.
What's this button here do?
That one actually stops if you're getting too close to a vehicle. It will alert you and actually get you to slow down.
You're kidding, it does the dirty work?
Yeah.
What's the one underneath it?
That one is if you actually veer over a lane without indicating. It, again, alerts you and lets you know that you're starting to drift.
Good for while you're texting, you know, if you're texting while you drive. Of course, we don't do that here. You condone that sort of stuff, not at all. Personally, I think the Volt is one of the most technologically absorbing cars I've ever sat in. For instance, when I brake, the Volt is able to regenerate that energy and use it to charge the batteries. And check this out. This little animated green ball here reflects how efficiently I'm driving the car. Accelerate too hard and the ball leaps to the top and turns slightly yellow. But then brake a little, putting energy back into the motor, and the ball stays green. Which is just the kind of thing you'd expect when you're sitting in what looks like the world's most luxurious game console. But as is tradition, I've saved one of the best features for last. That is the way it drives. The Volt's unique electric propulsion system means instant torque, and it turns out It's pretty awesome handling too. Electric cars at a phone. Who'd have thought? There's only one spec offered in Australia. It's the model with all the fruit. So if you'd like to give it a whirl, pop into Melville Holden or jump on their site. It's melvilleholden.com.au, or better yet, follow the links from Zoom TV.
Well done, Mr. Paris, and well done, Holden. What a great car. Now, after the break, Cassie Hart's going to introduce you to a timeless classic, the Volkswagen Beetle. And talking about timeless, it's my mum's birthday today. Happy birthday, Barbara Pitt. I love you very much. We'll be back after the break.
When you ask people to list some of the world's most iconic cars, one car that you could safely bet would be within that list is the VW Beetle. In fact, I'm going to make the call and say that it could just be the most recognised car in the world. And today, thanks to John Hughes, I'm lucky enough to take the latest love bug out for a spin. The Beetle was created in the 30s in Germany, and it was designed to be an affordable, mechanically simple family vehicle. It gained extreme popularity over the 50s and 60s, and in the late 90s, VW reassessed and redesigned the vehicle. The new Beetle was born in 1997. This new model was a more practical and powerful version of its predecessors, but still possessed those endearing circle headlights and distinctly rounded silhouette. The latest model Beetle is sleek, sexy and unique, and while it still maintains the telltale structure of the classic Beetle, there have been some distinct changes. Hi John, how are you going?
Morning Cassie, how are you?
Good, thank you. So what do you think of the new Beetle?
Well, have a look at it. It's very much similar to of all the previous Beetles, but it's longer, it's wider, it's roomier. It still retains a lot of the previous features of the old Beetle, so anyone sitting behind it will know what they're driving, even to the point of a metal glove box lid, would you believe? Now this is the one you'll be driving, so you be careful, they're pretty quick. Now the advantage also of the Beetle, you can up-spec it. This model's got particular packs, which is a sports pack and a technology pack. You can get leather, you get the special wheels, and you get a push-button start. But this is not for you, this is the one. So what about going for it?
Cool, I can't wait to take it out.
Good, thank you.
When the Beetle was released, it looked like nothing the world had ever seen. It was and still is a car that draws people's eyes in and has a fun, playful look to it. The round headlights are a major defining trait of the Beetle, giving the front end of the vehicle a distinctly cute Beetle face. The addition of fog lights have been subtly added to the front bumper of this model for improved visibility that doesn't compromise the look of the car. It has 17-inch alloy wheels, chrome headlights and a stylish rear spoiler. Volkswagen's design team have taken the famous Beetle shape as a starting point and created a new car with a unique identity. With its purposeful lines, its longer, wider and lower stance, its deeply curved bonnet, raked windscreens, longer roofline and arched sides, it certainly turns heads. Inside the Beetle, you will notice they have paid homage to the Beetle's heritage in its detail, with its retro-style dashbox, instrument cluster and leather-clad, flat-bottomed steering wheel, which doubles up as a control hub for your sound system. Speaking of the sound system, this is one thing that definitely isn't retro. In fact, there are 8 speakers, a 6 CD stack and SD card input, all controlled by a 6.5-inch touchscreen. And if you fancy, there's optional sat-nav. The interior space is comfortable and spacious. The boot has a 310-litre capacity and the 50/50 split-fold rear seat allows you to expand the capacity to a generous 905 litres. So now to the safety features. Obviously, safety starts with the driver, but Volkswagen have thrown some helpful features into this department, like ABS, EBD, brake assist, anti-slip regulation, and, a new term to me, electronic differential lock, which basically helps prevent traction loss. The Beetle now has a 5-star ANCAP safety rating thanks to dual front, side and head protecting side curtain airbags. It has a 1.4 litre TSI twin-charged engine with a healthy output of 118 kilowatts of power. It's available in 6-speed manual or 7-speed direct shift gearbox transmission, hill start assist, and the electromechanical power steering makes for precise and accurate control. If you're a person who likes to stand out in a crowd and make a statement, then a Beetle is the car for you. And if you really want to personalise your love bug, Volkswagen has a number of accessories, packages and artwork to choose from. If you can picture yourself behind the wheel of the unique and retro classic car that is the VW Beetle, then visit our friends at John Hughes Volkswagen or go to Zoom TV and follow the links.
Aaron, today we're going to take a very unique motor car for a ride. It's the environmentally friendly Toyota Prius C.
Okay, but first explain to me why we're walking now.
Well, because of the environment, we're doing some good. We're not affecting the atmosphere and all this sort of thing. Look at this motor car. What do you think?
Well, the first Prius that I was introduced to looked actually bigger than this, but I'm told this is bigger on the inside.
It is, yeah, a lot more room. I love this colour. The car looks terrific, and of course the environmentally friendly impact. A lot of us these days should be, most of us are, concerned about our environment. This car takes care a lot of that. I know you'll do some stats for us later, but this is a very economical car to run, yeah?
Yeah, well, Alan, you'll be proud of me today because I've done a lot of research on this car. You'd be proud.
Well,
there's a lot of big words I'm uncomfortable saying, like I did some stats. I'm now a statistician. Help me with my words.
Statistician, Aaron.
And you'll find that I'll prove that this car is not just economical, it's also an investment. How's that for words?
It is, mate. It's a great saving. Look, it's got all the boxes ticked. So we're going to talk about it, or we're going to jump in and drive it?
No, well, they've only given us one car because this car is very hard to get at the moment. It's very popular. So we've only got the one, so I'm going to let you drive it first because I respect you. Okay?
Do you?
Yeah, and let me get the door.
I've got that recorded.
Let me get the door.
Look,
Can
I'll
I
just
ask
jump
you
in.
one thing? Can you respect the little speed signs? Because the office is sick of all the little speeding fines we're getting.
Oh.
And drive it safe.
With the highest fuel economy ratings in its class, 2012 Toyota Prius C Hybrid is a perfect match for city commuting. This is the fourth addition to the Prius family. It's also the smallest, least expensive and most fuel-efficient member. Pushing aside the green credentials for a moment, let's take a look at the price because it's stunningly low. The standard model with automatic air conditioning, a large touchscreen for operating the audio system, smart key entry and ignition, a multifunction trip computer and 7 airbags is priced from just $26,680 drive away from City Toyota. For those of you with a social conscience who have previously considered buying a hybrid but haven't been able to afford it, will be lined up outside City Toyota as this story goes to air. And here's something else to tempt you. The front seats 2 adults comfortably, the rear row is adequate, and cargo space for a hybrid hatchback is really very good. The clever and green new Toyota Prius C uses the latest development of Toyota's hybrid synergy drive system. In its latest, most refined format, it's more efficient than ever before, as well as being smaller and lighter. Fuel consumption is rated at just 3.9 litres per 100 kilometres. As mentioned, Toyota Prius C has 7 airbags, and just as importantly, a full suite of electronic stability aids, so you'll never need to see those airbags. Now, Prius hasn't been crash tested in Australia as yet, but City Toyota is more than confident that it'll achieve the 5-star ANCAP safety rating with ease. The best place to see Prius C is at City Toyota Perth and Netherlands, or follow the links from zoomtv.com.au.
The Prius C is powered by a 4-cylinder, inline, Atkins cycle, chain-driven, double overhead cam petrol engine with variable valve timing, plus an electric motor which works with the petrol engine to produce incredible economy. The Prius C's fuel consumption is definitely amazing.
So quite simply, there's 2 motors. You've got an electric motor and a standard petrol motor. The 2 work in parallel. The petrol motor works traditionally as you know it. The electric motor works on a regenerative brake system, so it charges itself. No more extension lead or powering in overnight. In combination, it achieves a 3.7 litres per 100 kilometres in fuel.
Okay, now that's incredible. The other thing that's incredible is I've looked everywhere for this battery. The cabin still has heaps of room. There's heaps of room in the boot. Where is it?
That's right, Aaron. A Prius C is brand new off the shelf, as you know, and it's a smaller car, and in doing that we need to try and keep the interior space as big as we can. The battery sits under the back seat, so you never know it's there. And they say with hybrid technology, the technology is only as good as the technology of the battery, and Toyota are well advanced in improving that.
Okay, so it's pretty fair to say some powerful systems are small.
Great things come in small packages, Aaron.
Okay, so I need you to listen up because I've done some homework and I have some facts that could make this car far more appealing for you. You see, in 2010, the Australian Bureau of Statistics did a study and they believe that the average family car consumes 13.8 litres per 100 k's. They also believe the average family travels 14,100 kilometres. And going on today's market price of fuel, which is around $1.52 per litre, that family would have a fuel bill annually of about $3,000, roughly. Now, if you bought this car, which averages 3.9 litres per 100 Ks, your annual fuel bill could be less than $1,000. So you would save almost $2,000. How impressive is that? So there you have it, proof the Prius C is a green machine and at the same time a great investment. It's also very safe, it's compact, it's stylish, and above all, unbelievably economical, with absolutely no compromise. Well, there's the man. You never know who you're going to bump into, I tell you, when you're out.
Hey, good looking car.
How are you, mate? Get in.
Very well.
What I thought I'd do is I thought we'd wrap it up on the way to find somewhere we can have some lunch. What do you reckon?
Oh, sensational idea. You're paying, of course.
I forgot my credit card.
Oh dear. Well, Hungry Jack.
Anyway, well, we saved some money on fuel today. Seriously, what did you think?
Oh, mate, I loved it. I'm converted, actually. I didn't think I was going to like it quite as much as I did. It's a terrific little car.
It is. The visibility, great.
Yep. It's got all the mod stuff, all the safety. Plenty of power for zipping around town in, and very comfortable, mate.
Now, do you know why they put the screen in the middle?
No.
Well, it's all to do with your line of sight, see?
Oh, yeah.
Because see how we're actually looking straight ahead? Well, it's just a matter of dropping down.
I'd glance down, you've still got complete vision of the road ahead, which is very good for someone of your driving capabilities. And you do have a driver's license, don't you?
I do. Well, I think I do.
Excellent. That's a start.
But Alan, those people out there that do have driver's license and want to buy one, where do they go?
They go to City Toyota. They can dial them up on the net at citytoyota.net.au, or of course follow the links from, what's the name of that show?
zoomtv.com.au. And do you know what?
No.
City Toyota have just released a brand new Android and iPhone app.
Beautiful.
So you can do it all from there.
Doesn't get any better than
You
that.
don't get any simpler. Now, you know, around the corner here, there's a great place to eat. Now, don't forget, we have our free iPhone app out at the moment, which will give you more Zoom TV, more videos, and access to any of our competitions and specials from our premium partners. And if you've got an amazing car, boat, or bike, we want to know about it. Make a video, 1 minute or less, upload it onto our United Fuel Injection Zoomaholic page, and you never know, it could feature on the show. Now, after the break, my favourite segment, the Asander Celebrity Hitchhiker in the John Hughes Zoomobile. And this week's celebrity is Catherine Mack from Home and Away. Catherine, how are you? Come here.
Excellent. Oh, close.
Welcome to the back of the Zoomobile. Now, you're a very pretty girl, and you're an actress, and you're smart. I can tell you that because we've spoken a little bit, and you're a smart person.
Yeah, we've been chatting.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to call each other later. It's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
You're on Home and Away.
Yes.
It's a very, very popular show. So to be on there, you've got to be a very, very good actor, or actress, or acting, whatever you want to call it these days.
I don't know.
Female actor. You're a
Yeah,
female actor?
I say actor.
Okay.
I do. I think it sounds stronger.
Okay, well, you're an actor. And you look pretty strong. So I'm not going to offend you. I'm not going to offend you. So have I. Thanks for noticing. But it's okay. It's all about you. Tell me the story of you. How did you get to where you are today?
I always loved acting.
Yep.
It sounds like a story that I think that I've heard millions of times from people, but I just started acting in the school plays and then did a couple of TV shows, like small parts. And then I went to university and stopped acting for a little while, and then went backpacking and realised there was something missing in my life. Something that I loved doing, It was you!
It was me. I was in Perth.
I know, so I
we
came
found
here
each other now. That's the most
looking
important
for you,
thing.
and I found Summer Bay instead.
What advice would you give someone if they were at home wanting to be where you are today?
Well, the advice that I was always given was run for the hills, and if there's anything else that you can do that you love doing and that you could be happy doing, do that. But if you still just love acting and it's your passion, technique, so classes, get your craft honed, and then get an agent and just start auditioning.
Work.
Yeah. Like it can sometimes take a long time to get a role, but I think persistence and tenacity is really the key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's time for me to ask you another couple of questions. You're ready for it? It's the Asander Fast 5. First car you ever owned?
It was a Toyota. I can't remember the brand. It's so old it barely ran.
Okay, fair call. Best car on the street and why?
Hybrids. Love them. Yeah, absolutely love them. Apart from battery life, great for the environment, soundless. The first time I got in one, I could not believe it was on.
I know, and they're cool looking. They're pretty cool looking.
They're pretty cool.
What do you think is the worst car on the street and why?
a Ferrari, especially red.
Why?
Oh, I feel like it's a big statement. I think that you can get a cooler car than that, and
Like an
you
ILO.
know,
And what car do you currently drive now?
nothing at the moment. I don't have one.
So you're open. You're open to offers.
I am. Yeah. Do you have a free one? I was
Well,
thinking this thing.
We can talk about it. Like sometimes I come with accessories.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
you come with accessories.
That's what I'm trying to
Well,
talk.
I actually want to get a combi, and I want to get a really old school combi and deck it
Oh,
out
we're gonna be
completely.
hippies. What's your biggest fear and why?
I hate snakes and spiders.
So bugs and stuff like that.
No, I love bugs. It's fine. I went backpacking in the Amazon and was totally cool until I saw a snake, and freaked.
Yeah, but the Amazon, you're talking a huge snake, pretty much.
It was an anaconda, and they have no legs, and they move so quickly. I don't understand it.
They're a snake.
Yeah.
Of course they have no legs. Okay.
It's weird. It defies like.
We're going to go over some stuff like that, okay? But first I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, okay? So you
Okay.
can wave, do whatever you want, or just hang here. That's fine. Thank you, Catherine and Mac, Home and Away, and of course the Channel 7 Perth Telethon, which raises millions of dollars for the kids of Perth. Now, Zoom's over, it's done for the week. If you want to keep watching Zoom, however, you can download our free iPhone app, which gives you access to heaps of discounts from our premium partners, previous episodes, and of course, competitions. Speaking of competitions, if you've got a great boat, bike, or anything that zooms, we want to know about it. Upload it onto our United Fuel Injection Zoomaholic page, and we'll feature it on the show. But until next week, bye for now. Thanks for watching. And remember, whatever you zoom in, make sure you do it safe. And that's a wrap.